What is going on, everybody? Jimbo Thick here. We are back with the Expedition of the Damned, our Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition campaign. I am your GM, your DM for the night, Jimbo Thick. We're joined by almost the full cast and crew. Unfortunately, our Knight Commander, if we're calling that, Jan Henry will not be joining us this day, but hopefully he will make it for the next session. And I'm sure what I'm about to do to him will make him want to come back all the more. So, with that out of the way, let's do some brief introductions, and then we will get into the game. Let's start off with the most well-reputed and the best of us. Here's Galactic.
That's such a true statement.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? Pierce Black. I am back after my sabbatical. Gosh, I sure did miss a lot. Just finished listening to the other session a few minutes ago. What a surprise to me too. I am everybody's favorite handgunner, a man from Austin, a man of the Empire, the Northern Empire. Dash in the face and strong of build, and on my adventure here with my friends and in the deepest, darkest deserts, as I peacefully rest and slumber about, I don't know, brothels and trash heaps, whatever Wolfen thinks about. And well, I don't know what happened, but apparently I got conked in the head, and I was thinking more like Marion and what's it called, Indiana Jones, like no one to save me though. So, all right, well, let's see what happens. I'm excited.
Let's see what happens. Let's slide on down to Dan Decker.
Hello, everyone. Dan Decker here, playing Nog Programmer, the only non-human in the group, 10.5 tall ogre. I have a wonderful and absolutely plot-armored halfling cook. His name's Roy Rumstreet, and he sits with me. And while I too am I'm an up and coming gunner or cannoneer.
Sure.
Yeah, if you look at it that way,
like you do.
And like you do. And I have quite the appetite, and so I'm learning to cook a little bit better because of my bodacious belt that I've been given. Yet to have the chance to use it, but
that's fair. That's fair. All right, let's slide on over to Nate.
Hello, everyone. Nate here. I'll be playing Lucien Levesque, a duelist wielding rapier, swordbreaker, and pistol, and sporting a cloak of deflection, and currently happy to follow our bounty hunter turned mercenary turned guide, the Mongrel, through these woods.
Mongrel by Captain, indeed. We'll see how long he lasts. Let's slide on up to Jumbo Smooth.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jumbo Smooth. I play Luther Steinhauer. He is a master pyromancer and pyromancer career path. He's a young man, 18, 19, 6'1", red hair, green eyes. He has a sword, a magical staff. He's got some fancy clothes currently that help him with his casting.
Yes.
In this world, if you wear red clothes and orange, brightly colored clothes, it helps you with magic. It's just the way it works. And
that's the way it works.
Yeah, it's the way it works. That is Luther Steinhauer. I will. Side note, I also hope the Mongrel lives. I don't want him to die because he's been real helpful.
Yes, too helpful, one might say. All right, so last we left off, the crew of the expedition has found themselves in the great desert of Araby. However, you recently had survived an encounter with the Champions of Brass, a Cornate war band that was beelining it toward the expedition for some unknown reason. Perhaps there are nefarious plots about. Fortunately, you had a very good showing for yourselves, only lost about 30 men or so in the process, and no one of our parties suffered any horrific defeats in any way. With the only real long-lasting casualty, if you want to call it that, being the loss of 2 of Henry's knights and Henry's willful ignorance taken from him, as it was all but shown that his knights, as well as himself, are having a strange growth, as it was, as they are taking on unique properties of individuals that is perhaps a little bit on the darker side of the spectrum. With that knowledge, Henry did not inform anyone else about his suspected, I don't know, heresy, but also in the process knighted all of his former squires and formed his own brotherhood of some kind. We're yet to determine if they will remain Knights Panther or if they will become, I don't know, like the Bloodhounds of Corn, or who knows what at some point. Regardless, though, after all of these revelations, there was yet one more, as everyone was resting for the night. Lucien and Henry were the only 2 that managed to hear something strange in the middle of the night, getting up to investigate. Lucien almost shooting his companion in the back, suspecting him to be a foul ratman, when it turns out that the ratman had, in fact, slit the throat of one of your men, as well as had ransacked Wolfram's cabin and apparently shoved him in a sack and dragged him off into the night, as he was all but disappeared. Utilizing the tracking skills of the mongrel, who did suggest that we all finish resting, as everyone was quite in a bad spot at the time, specifically Nog, the worst off. You took your time to recuperate and then head out first thing in the morning. Nazaro did give you guys a time constraint. He said, just be gone a few hours because you can't afford to wait too long in your pursuit of the Wolfman, as the more you get sidetracked, the closer the Eyes of Change get to their ultimate destination, which could have dire effects on the future of the expedition and perhaps the world as a whole. Regardless, though, you decided to go into what the mongrel had discovered to be some kind of tunnel, a cave of sorts, that led down into Skaven tunnels of some kind. It opened up into a much larger section of tunnel that had strings of weird glowing warpstone lanterns that were powered by unknown sources that was not quite magic. Strange, one might say. But after traveling down this tunnel, you ducked off as a very large number of rat folk were traveling down in the opposite direction, many of them possibly being the large rat ogres that Rory spotted, amongst who knows how many other warriors and abominations that might be present. As you were hiding, and you decided to kind of like slink away as much as you could, it was revealed that something has been watching you. And that's where we're going to pick up. Specifically, we are going to pick up with a member of the party that perhaps... You know what? No, we're going to do him second. We're going to do you guys first, because it will play into how this is going to transpire. So we're picking up Luther and the crew. Luther, Nog, Lucien, Henry, Johanna, DeVry, Lucien, your second, accompanied you as well, sweating nervously beside you. And of course, the mongrel, that had motioned you all to be as quiet as possible. You do hear the large thumps and the reverberations of the tunnel you're in, kind of like moving and shifting as obviously large creatures shift in where you were just moments before, moving past. You can see the shadows moving at relatively quick speeds back and forth. You can smell the pungent, skaven aroma as they move past you, even more so than you could just in the tunnel system itself. That is where we're picking up. The mongrel, at this point, motions just kind of like, shh, be as quiet as possible. After 2, 3, 10, 15 minutes pass, finally, you begin to hear the echoes in the distance of the large gathering of rat men have passed. What would you like to do?
We're if you were to guess, like, we're pretty deep in the Warren right now, right? Like we've made it pretty far in.
You took one tunnel system down, pretty straight shot, and then it led to a like a tri-junction. You decided to take the right passage, which led you to the big open tunnel. You then have jumped into an equally smaller space, kind of similar to the one that you took down, just big enough for Nog to squeeze in. You're just kind of off this main large tunnel of some kind. You've probably traveled for about the equivalent of probably 20 minutes or so down into the earth, which could be quite deep, possibly. What you suspect you've only traveled about 20 minutes, and then you sat here for about 15 or so.
Okay. And we just had a large troop come by.
Yes.
Oof.
The mongrel motions that he kind of speaks up and says, This is a dead end. It doesn't look finished. We're gonna have to go back out."
I feel like we'll follow his advice and head back out to the junction again, I guess.
As you hesitantly move back, you have to go. Nog has to be the first one out because he was the
Okay.
last one in. Nog kind of shuffles out, his massive foot stomping on the ground as he pulls himself up to his full height, looking around. The rest of you funneling out besides the mongrel last moves outwards. He kind of looks around, goes to the ground. I definitely got the big ones with him. I don't remember what they call them. Ogres of some kind. It's at least 7, 8 of them in that group. One of them is the biggest one I've ever seen from the prints in the ground. Except we've got a bunch of warriors as well. Unusual. Usually they keep the weakest of their numbers in this amount. We've fallen into quite the predicament, gentlemen and lady. Johanna like tips her hat towards him. I don't know how much use tracking is going to be at this point. It's going to be all a guess. I can always get us back if need to.
Could we kind of tell which way that patrol was heading?
They move past you in the direction of where you came from. Now,
So-
you haven't seen an opening big enough for creatures of that size to pass through. Like Nog was like really squeezing. You don't think that the rat ogres would be able to fit through anything, at least that you've seen nearby.
Hmm.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what our end goal is here. If we do even find him, are we going to risk drawing the horde to us and then drawing them back to camp? If we even survive that encounter.
Well, perhaps we can collapse the tunnels somehow.
Well,
As
I've
we
got a
escape.
few ideas about how to collapse a tunnel.
Suppose it's possible to just chew through, though.
Would it at least buy us some time?
Escape across the
Suppose.
desert.
They don't like open places. I know that much. That's why it's safer up above. They're uncomfortable.
If we can escape outside, and perhaps the bright sun will also sway them.
It's also a thing. That doesn't mean they won't come out in the sun, because they've done it before. They spent a little bit of time in Astalia. They have problems. More open than what we see in the Empire.
Well, we've already made it this far. Let us at least see the situation with Wolfram.
Your guess is as good as mine. There are dozens of tunnels off of this. Guess we could always follow the string of lights.
That's true. Perhaps there is, well, who knows? If we perhaps see a leader of some sort, perhaps we can dispose of them, causing chaos amongst the lessers. I do not know their hierarchy very well, but they seem to be very bound to the last rat leader I saw. He seemed to be a very powerful caster, but perhaps this is a different war altogether.
I imagine we
Right.
have at least one more hour of searching before we must turn back.
Well,
Sure, at least an hour.
then we need a direction.
Are we back at the junction now? To where we were?
You're in the main tunnel, yes.
Okay. We went right last time, correct?
No, so you're not in that section. You're in like the main,
Okay.
the large tunnel,
Okay.
heavily trafficked.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll
Where's-
follow the
where's-
string of
Yeah.
the string of lights. I don't know. Ratman city buildings. I don't know, like where they would keep their prisoners, perhaps.
Yeah, you're assuming this is a city. It doesn't look like one to me.
Mhm.
It looks like a road.
Well, let us use your idea, Herr Kirsch, and perhaps follow these lights.
All right. Stay low. As he begins to lead you down the central passage, following the string of warpstone lights. The buzz and crackle of whatever powers them, kind of like a static almost coming off of it, as you are walking beneath them, going quietly as quickly as you can. After about 10 minutes, you begin to hear strange buzzing noise that gets louder and louder. Hirsch looks a little hesitant at first. He says, he kind of whispers back, "Who's the quietest?"
I'll raise my hand.
Lucian? Yeah.
All right. You're up, Lucian. I will have company, of course, sir.
Am I taking the lead here, or are we branching off?
He motions towards where the source of the noise is coming from. It looks like the lights come, and they keep continuing going down this large central passage that you can see. But they also move off to the left. It looks like there's a large tunnel here as well. Kind of like it comes to like a T almost, not quite, like a Y, I guess. It's a Y. In the left passage, there appears to be this loud, like thrumming noise.
All right, I'll try to stealth.
Give me a stealth roll, Lucian. Johanna will help you in this, so you will get a plus 10 to this roll. I'm assuming that's probably a success.
Yes, there's one level of success.
All right, Lucian. You hunch down. You and Johanna peel off from the group ahead, moving down the leftmost passage. As you pass the mongrel, you see that he's drawn his pistol, and he's actually he's just double checking it to make sure it's fully loaded and ready to be used in quick succession. As he keeps eyes on you as you move down the tunnel. It doesn't take you long sneaking down the tunnel, Lucian, as the humming noise gets louder and louder and louder. Then you hear strange pattering noises with it. And as you follow the streams of lights, it's almost as if the tunnel has given way to the above, as it's so bright. You kind of have to shield your eyes for a moment, and your eyes that were so used to being in the level of darkness come back up bright-eyed, kind of blind for a moment. And then you see a massive structure carved out underneath the sands here. Gargantuan. There are what looks like probably there are 6 gargantuan wheels attached to strange like devices of some kind of mechanical things, Lucian. You're not exactly an engineer. There are wires and sprockets and weird cogs and things moving. The wheels appear to be powered by what looks like hundreds of near naked ratmen that are just running, spinning the wheels. As they spin, these strange glowing green rocks and these machines grow brighter and brighter. And it looks like this might be the source of the vast amount of energy down here. You see that there are quite a few Skaven warriors in heavier armor. You've come across them before. The more elite ratmen, if you can call ratmen elite, with large halberds and almost like this blackened equivalent of plate armor that look like they're standing guard, watching over what you can only assume are slaves, being forced to run in these wheels. As you watch as one of the ratmen kind of like falls over and just like travels up the wheel, as he's obviously died at this point, and one of his handlers just reach in and grab the corpse, throw it out, and then grab another quivering ratman out of a cage nearby and toss him on the wheel, replacing him. But you appear to have found a Skaven generator. A Skaven power plant of some kind.
Eureka. So this is like, there was a T junction that we'd come to, and this was one side of it?
Like a Y, yes. This would be the
Okay.
leftmost side. You could still continue to go to the right, which would take you further ahead.
Can I see anything down the right side in particular?
So the mongrel and the rest of the crew is back on the main tunnel. They kind of let you peel off to investigate the source of the noise. But as you're looking around, Lucien, being quiet as possible, it's so loud in here. You can see the Skaven speaking and whatnot down below, but you can't actually hear anything they're saying. You can just see their like mouths and whiskers moving. Johanna kind of nudges you, and then she points towards, because she rolled quite well. She points towards a almost like a catwalk that you could get onto that would lead you to what looks like some kind of passage. It looks important because there is a curtain, ramshackle looking curtain, acting as like a doorway drawn across the edge of the cavern, where it's supposedly a room probably lies beyond.
Right, then I'll kind of turn around and motion for us to head back toward the party.
Okay, you go to her. You motion to go back towards the party. As you're making your way back, I need Luther and Nog to give me perception rolls.
Alrighty then. Perception. Okay, that's just pretty much straight knots. Let's see. And that's terrible failure. Yeah. It's like 4 levels of failure.
How'd you do, Luther?
That is 1 level of failure.
Okay.
I will also say, just if you forgot, I do have 6th sense. I get strange feelings when I'm threatened, and if I'm in danger. But it does require a test, but you have to make it. It's an intuition test on my behalf. My intuition is a 51. So just, keep it in mind if you're trying to, murder me. Sometimes I get a little tingle in my plums.
Let me show you what you rolled.
Yeah. Can't see it.
It's an 85.
85? Sucks, bro. You did this on purpose. You cheated.
Okay, Luther. As Lucien and Johanna peel away, going down the loud corridor, the mongrel kind of peeking down, trying to keep an eye on them. The rest of you kind of looking around the tunnel on your toes as best as you can. You don't hear anything. It's good. I like the way that rolled out. All right, Luther. You get stabbed straight through the back, Luther. Ah! We'll see if you cry out, because if it does enough damage, you're not going to say anything. You're looking at 13 points of damage, Luther.
There's a lot of damage. I am still up. if I'm allowed to use toughness.
Yes, you can
to reduce?
subtract your toughness.
Okay.
I need you to make an endurance test, and we'll see if you can cry out.
Okay. Endurance. See here. I don't think it's very high. No, it's not. All right, let's see here. Rolling. That's a failure. 2 failures.
59. Failure. You can re-roll that with her again.
Might as well try.
I mean, yeah, might as well try, Luther.
First one. It's the odds aren't great,
sure.
but who knows?
Sure.
Who knows what can happen?
Sure.
Who knows? That's a critical success.
33, critical success. Luther, with a critical
at least let me
success,
scream. You know?
you do keep your faculties. You will only take 1 point of corruption as the warpstone blade passes through your spine. It doesn't hit anything near as vital, which is unusual for a assassin. And as you turn around and you're able to kind of like, you see that perhaps his blade was off because the blade stabbing you is actually his tail, whereas 2 blades are sticking out of Henry's throat as he is collapsed on the ground, bleeding out.
No, sweet friends.
As the assassin turns on you, preparing, I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm initiative, eh? Mr. Luther. Oh wait, that's not how initiative works. I get to go first. That's not how initiative works. Oh, that's a 10. That's cool.
Ooh. Assassin, unsurprisingly, very high.
I assume.
Mine is a 13.
13 for Nog.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Luther's is a 12.
12 for Luther. Okay. It's not bad. How about... we'll do Lucien just in case you get there in time.
6.
6. Lucien. And we'll slot in Johanna with you. It just makes it easier. And I need to roll for the mongrel. Ooh, the mongrel was caught off guard.
No, mongrel.
Bad. I rolled a 1.
Oh no, mongrel.
He's still higher than Lucien, but not by much. Okay. All right. Unsurprisingly, Snek, the Skaven assassin with the torn eye, is going to be going first. So let me make sure I have this pulled up properly. My GM screen disappeared for a moment. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right. The assassin is going to, with one hand, stab Luther to try to put him down. Luther, you can defend yourself as best you can. Because you're a critical success, you are not poisoned, you lucky bastard. How'd we do, Luther?
That's 2 levels of success.
2 levels of success.
Because it's a defensive roll.
Yes. You gonna keep that, Luther?
I think I might re-roll. You know, this is it. You know, I gotta try. You know,
This is
I
it.
gotta try for something greater.
This is it.
Here we go. But I'm pretty sure this guy, incredible. Rolled the same one again. What are the odds? What are the odds of rolling the same one? You know, back to back. I've got one reroll left. Might as well use it. Get out
Oh,
of
yeah,
there.
might as well
Get
use it.
get
Last
out of
one,
there,
last one. Get it out. Just get it out. Get it out. Yeah.
63. That's worse. That's worse.
That's worse.
Well,
That's worse.
Yeah.
Take 53.
I tried. You know.
I have 3 levels of success. Stab. Luther.
Damn it. Well,
Blade
I'm going down.
comes in as you spin around.
Yeah.
He spins around and plunges the blade straight through the old chest cavity. It's going to do 12 wounds, Luther.
Yes, I will be down.
You'll be taking a critical hit.
Yes, I
Once
will.
you pass that, why don't you go and roll me D100? Let's see what happens.
D100.
Luther.
Here we go.
37.
That would have been better. That would have been better a little while ago.
That's not that bad. It's not that bad. The blade nicks a few of your ribs.
Attractive ribs.
For the next 6 days, all agility-based tests have a -10 penalty.
Oh, it's not the worst.
So they didn't actually crack or break; they're just bruised.
Okay.
But you hit 0.
Yes.
As you slide off the blade,
Prone.
you make me another endurance test, Luther.
Oh no. Here we go.
Yes.
$73. That's like 4 levels of failure.
Okay. You have the poison condition.
Okay.
Actually, you have 2 poison conditions with 4 degrees of failure.
Okay.
You gain 2 points of corruption from the warpstone blade, the fell blade. And you are what's the term they use? They have a different
Dead.
word for it. Not dead.
Oh.
Not dead. Stunned.
Stunned.
Not that
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna matter right now because of all the other stuff happening.
Yes.
When you're poisoned. All right.
I know it's like minus rolls or something. Like minus.
Yeah, I'm
your,
just making sure. You're not unconscious yet.
Mhm.
You lose a wound every round. How does that work again, though? Just want to make sure, because right now you're at 0.
Mhm.
And you can't gain wounds until the poison conditions are gone. But it doesn't say anything about falling unconscious.
I just can't heal.
Yeah, I think you just can't heal. I guess poison is not as bad as bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just can't heal until it's gone, and you're already at 0, so it won't drop you any lower.
Okay.
But Luther drops pale, currently stunned from the poison coursing through your veins. And then the Rat Man is going to continue his attacks. He's going to jump towards Nog, who is, of course, present. There he is. Look at him. There he is! There he is! Nog!
Yeah, come on, Rat Man. About to get it?
Defend yourself, Nog, as the assassin lunges and is going to stab you with his offhand.
Oh yeah, that's dead even for defense with a Rory on my side.
With Rory, it's dead even.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2 degrees of success. I thought you were going to make this one. I'm sorry, Nog.
That's gonna hit me.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Hey, so
Did you already use your fate point, Nog?
no, but
your
I also have a
reroll.
question.
Yeah, your fortune point. You could make it 2 degrees of success and be a wash.
That's good, but also, did that gain any wounds back between last session and this session?
You had the 1 rest, which is why you guys waited. So you would have gotten your toughness bonus, plus you did an endurance test.
Yeah, so I have 15 from.
That sounds right. That
Okay.
sounds
All
what
right.
you were
Okay,
at.
good.
Yeah, you're
All right.
not super healed up right now.
I'll take that. I'll take that fortune and make it a wash.
Okay. All right. So Nog manages to get his club in the way. I'll say just because you were dead even, you won't gain any momentum, but he won't gain any either.
I'll take that for sure.
However, he has a third attack because he's a Skaven assassin. As the tail
Rory, watch yourself, Rory.
comes to the side, you have a -10 to block. The tail dodges don't have a penalty, blocks do, because it is whip-like as it comes towards you.
Ah, that's so much better.
So what'd you get?
-10, that's 47. My melee basic is 81 with Rory, so it's like 3 levels of success.
3 levels of success.
Yeah.
Only 2 levels of success, Nog.
Yeah.
Nog fends off 2 blows. And you get 1 point of momentum for that. And it brings him down to no momentum as he's left standing there. It is now going to be the Nog's turn. Nog is next up.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, this guy is about to get hit.
Okay, I'm gonna try to smash him.
Yeah, real rat bastard, you betcha.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll, Nog. I hope you roll well.
That's gonna be. Let's see. So no penalties, right?
No penalties.
Level of momentum. So that is a success.
Okay. I have a critical success.
Oh well, you win.
And it was a dodge, however.
Yeah, so that's good.
It's a dodge, so he can't retaliate, thankfully.
Yeah.
But it's going to miss as you swing.
Yeah, swing hard.
And he very nimbly dodge and rolls to the side with no issues. Nog, he moves lightning fast.
Yeah, Roy could throw a rumps roaster at him.
Sure. Do you want Roy to throw an attack at him?
I think so. I think we should try and set this.
Let's go ahead and have Rory make an attack roll. Roll me a D100. You have to get under a 35.
Oh, geez, come on, Rory.
Rory's not.
Buddy.
Rory's he's just kind of there.
An 11. That's a critical success.
Critical success. Okay.
Let's go, Rory.
He doesn't get a critical success. He gets 5 levels of success, but not a critical success on his dodge here.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get roasted.
So he gets hit with one of Rory's roasters, unsuspecting.
Good job, Rory.
You hear like a squeak and a howl as he has an ablaze condition. He's burning.
Hell yeah.
All right. At the end of that would be the end of Nog's turn. That would bring me to the once mighty Luther.
I believe I'm stunned.
You can use some of your result points to start to remove conditions.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any result points because I don't
You're
have
out
any
of resilience? Holy
No.
shit.
No resilience
Oh,
points.
Luther? I think Luther's just there.
Yep, he was just there. Do I get to roll anything to try to get out of stun?
So let me check for stun. Now for poison, you have to be healed.
Okay.
All right, let me see for stun. Oh, no. You can make a endurance test at the end of your turn to try to remove poison conditions. Stun conditions... you also have to make a endurance test. Now, you remember, poison conditions give you a -10 for each condition.
Mm-hmm.
Stun also gives you a -10. So right now you're at a -30 to all tests.
Okay.
And you need to make your endurance roll at -30 to try to overcome these conditions in your current state.
Okay. I might as well roll. I technically have a chance. It's
possible.
very low. It's very
possible.
low. But we will see.
We'll see.
It's not,
A 9!
It's not enough. It's not enough.
A 9 isn't enough?
It's close, but it's not enough. It's real close.
Damn it, man. What
I
are the
know.
chances? That's a low percentage, my man.
I don't have good endurance.
Yeah, well,
You know?
that sucks. As what with
I know.
with all the status effects, it's adding up.
Yes.
So unfortunately, Luther's just kind of feebly kind of reaches out, incapacitated. That will bring me to the mongrel. All right, the mongrel's going to pivot. He's going to draw his pistol. Unfortunately, Nog is standing behind the assassin.
Oh, so what should I do? Defend myself?
No, it's not you. It's the mongrel's turn.
Yep.
He's going to try to get a different angle, so in case he misses, it doesn't hit Nog. He pivots over. He's going to take an aimed shot to try to prevent ricochet. That's a very good shot. We'll see how our Skaven friend does, though. The mongrel draws his pistol, draws a bead. Almost in a what looks like almost like the flames dancing as the creature moves in such a way. The bullet apparently misses. And in return, a dagger sprouts out of the mongrel's neck as the assassin's tail blade is thrown in an impressive arc, sticking out of his throat. As he clutches at the blade, blood pooling, he kind of like stumbles back into the edge of the cave. And that is going to be the end of his turn. Lucien, you and Johanna are making your way back. Go ahead and roll me a d4, and we'll see how quickly you're going to get here. A 1, you will get here this turn. So on and so forth. A 1! Lucien makes good time. Lucien, Johanna, you make it. You see just as you don't hear. Well, you would hear the boom of the mongrel's pistol go off, Lucien, and then you see him stumble back, like next to you, clutching at his throat as there's a massive blade sticking out of his neck as he's leaning against the cave mouth. You glance in and you see the current state. You see Henry lying on the floor. He's not moving. There's blood pooling in the dirt of the Skaven tunnel. With Luther, likewise, feebly moving one of his arms, trying to right himself, pale as a ghost. Strange, like black tentacles, like inking its way up all of his veins, obviously poisoned in some way. Nog on his back foot, trying to smash this burning assassin. What would you like to do?
How close can I get?
You could run in if you'd like.
I can get an attack in?
Sure.
Alright, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, Lucien draws his rapier, runs in. Give me an attack, Lucien.
I will not. I will spend a resilience point.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. That'll be a critical success, Lucien. You run in, jam the blade through the assassin's belly. What's your maximum damage you can deal, Lucien?
Max damage would be, with a 1, it would be 13 wounds.
13 wounds, okay. Alright, 13 wounds. Let me roll this. Let's just see. Okay. got to make a endurance test. Barely passes. Alright, but he still gets a minor injury from the process. Lucien, you slice open what you imagine to be his guts. It's hard to tell because he's burning and all these other things happening. As the creature stumbles back, clutching at its gut, Lucien, it just stares at you with its one red beady eye, the other one kind of scarred over.
And then with my Swordbreaker in the other hand,
Okay.
dual wielder,
All right.
I will make my second attack at a 10.
I think you have to roll it for a critical. If you have a critical attack, you have to then roll the second attack.
Really?
Yeah. Because like if you rolled a 33, you couldn't reverse it. You
Yeah,
couldn't have
it does require
makes you-
something else, I think.
Yeah, so
I just thought you didn't get a critical.
No, you have to roll it to see if
Really?
it's gonna hit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Let me look up dual wielder real quick.
Yeah, look it up real fast. Let's make sure. All right.
It's a long one, I know. Long description of it.
If you roll a critical for the strike, use a roll with critical tackle. Oh, okay. So you actually, I rolled the critical hit. You were supposed to roll the critical hit, and that would be the new number that you use for the
Oh,
attack.
so then, oh, okay.
Yeah, I already rolled it.
So the critical table, okay.
Yeah, I rolled it already. I mean, I guess I could take that back. And do you want to just roll it?
What was the roll?
It was a 27 is what I rolled.
And that would be the straight.
That would be your whatever. That would be considered what you rolled for the attack.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to roll it. Roll if you want, and we'll do something else. That's up to you.
If I knew that was it and I had a 27, I would take that as mine.
Okay. Okay. So he's going to try to defend himself. It does also state. Okay, I didn't realize this. If you use the dual wielding property, you're at a -10 for defensive rolls on your next turn.
For all defensive rolls?
Yeah, for you personally, because you're like out of position, I guess. Just so you know.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to risk it.
27. How many degrees of success would that be for you?
3.
3? Okay. Let's see. I have 6 degrees of success. I rolled quite low. The assassin has the champion trait. Since you are a lowly human, he doesn't have to dodge out of the way. So instead, he's going to get to slash you back, Lucien. You are going to take, with that many rolls, you're going to take 12 wounds to what would be considered the head. So if you have any armor, well, actually this bypasses armor. It's a warpstone blade. You can use your toughness, and I need you to make an endurance check.
Fate point.
Fate points.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I'm not taking this.
Not taking it. You're not going to take any of the damage.
Nope.
Oh, Lucien. A stroke of fate. The blade passes by within inches. And you move back. Johanna, your second, is going to... she's going to pull... so I'm going to roll a heal check. She's actually doesn't have a bad heal fast, I don't think. What's your heal, Lucien? I think is it like a 40 something?
I think mine's a 50.
50? Okay, hers. I just want to make
50.
sure I don't. Yeah, I had her at 40, which is pretty good. Okay. She actually is going to grab the mongrel, and she's going to pull the blade out of his throat, dropping it onto the ground and stifling his injury, quickly bandaging it up, trying to get him stabilized. That'll be how she spends her turn. At the end of the round, the assassin will take 3 damage from the ablaze condition. With the toughness, he'll take 1 damage. Our assassin, it is his turn. He is going to reach into his pocket, well, pouch, I guess you could call it. He is going to drop a smoke bomb. The only one nearby is Nog and Lucien, as he moves to disengage and flee. So, Nog, you first. You get a perception test at minus 30.
Oh, yeah, that's... All right, let's see what happens. I refresh the dice. Maybe it'll... That's... Yeah, no, there's no way.
It's not going to happen.
That's like 9.
Same thing for you, Lucien.
It's a pass.
All
Yep.
right. Is it just a success?
It's a 20 out of 22.
Oh man, you lucky sucker. So you got a success. What this does, Lucien, is gives you an opportunity. If you would like to take it, you see a glimmer where you see the creature disengaging. You will be able to follow it if you choose. It ducks out of the smoke past Nog and it moves into a side tunnel, but you're able to track it. You see it. You see where it went. That's the end of the assassin's turn. The Nog, unfortunately, you do not see anything Nog, as the smoke kind of move it away like. Luther, I guess you can make me a test. Well, Nog, I didn't ask you. Do you want to do anything else with your turn? You don't see the assassin. Lucien hasn't had his turn yet, so it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
So essentially, on my turn, my perception test failed. And so
Yeah, you failed. So you don't see this thing just disappeared. You have no idea where it went. You're kind of looking around. Your friends are still messed up. Mr. Luther's reaching out with his hand, just like
Luther.
Yes.
Can I heal Luther?
You can. No,
Okay.
you're kind of like, oh, I got you, Mr. Luther.
Yeah, I got you, Mr. Luther. I'm gonna roll a heal test. Come on, dice. Don't fail us now. Of all the times to pull through. Oh no, that's no, not even with Rory.
Oh, not even with
Still
Rory,
pull it up.
really?
Not even with
Oh,
Rory.
damn it. No, it's like, I got you, Mr. Luther. He kind of picks you up and kind of flops you around a couple times, Luther.
No,
Ah!
dude, it's the moment.
It's not
quite
working.
right.
That's not working right now. You're trying to figure out, no, you scratch your head for a moment. Rory's like, maybe we should lop off his head or something, one of his limbs, gets rid of the poison, sir.
No, that's how it works with these humans.
Oh.
Not
You're
quite
right,
as
sir.
tough as you are.
You are the smartest man I know, sir. That will bring this then to Luther in all of his agony. Still stunned, still poisoned.
Yes. I can't do much. Still stunned. I guess I could roll for
Roll
not
that 3,
stunned.
bro.
Your endurance test. Maybe you'll roll.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll roll that 1. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what happens? Let's see here. All right. There we go. Holy shit, I did it.
Oh my god. A 3! What, how many degrees of success is that?
Just regular old success.
So you have your choice. You can either get rid of a stun condition or one of your poison conditions.
Stunning condition.
Get rid of the stun. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're still poisoned, so you'll
Yeah.
be at a -20.
Yeah.
Let me check on the stun condition. Once all stun conditions are gone, you gain fatigue.
Okay. Well,
So
at
you're-
least
you're-
I'm not stuck.
You're back to the -10 again. But so you're still at -30, but
least
no,
not
it's not
stunned.
no longer stunned.
Yeah.
You just have fatigue.
Yes.
All right. Luther's kind of beginning to pull through. Oh, help me!
Help me!
It is the mongrel's turn. The mongrel is going to push up next to Lucien. He kind of like looks a little woozy. He still has his gun drawn. Do you see where he went? Doesn't matter. Let's get the hell out of here.
It is useless. We must recover ourselves and flee.
All right. As he preps himself, that is going to be Lucien. It is your decision.
So Luther's conscious.
For now, yeah. Nobody's checked on Henry yet.
That's who I was going to check on.
Okay. Lucien, you
If
move
I can
to.
see Luther's conscious.
Yeah, it looks like Nog's gonna heal him. He'll be fine. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, Nog's flopping him around first.
Yeah.
Johanna is gonna move over next to Nog and perhaps help at the end of her turn. Lucien, as you look down at Henry, you can see that he's bleeding a lot. He appears to be unconscious. He's still breathing for now. You're more than welcome to try to patch him up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try to heal him.
Give me a heal test. You need 2 levels of success.
I got 2.
Got 2 levels of success just like that. You just called for it, it happened. He's bleeding like way more than just a normal wound. You bring out some of your bandages and begin to kind of apply them, and in quick order you staunch the bleeding. He's still unconscious, but the major threat is gone. You do see he's similar to Luther, has these black tendrils, where obviously he's affected by some kind of poison that will need to be dealt with. But for now, that's what you are dealing with. Johanna moves over to Luther. Perhaps we put him down for just one moment. Perhaps if we play this here, and she gets 1 degree of success. And she actually makes a slight incision next to Luther's wound on his chest. And she says, Master Nog, if you could suck the poison out, please.
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
Is it? She wants me to suck that poison out, huh?
Suck the poison out of Luther's wound, yes.
If you're sure that's what it takes.
This is the best way. We must purge the unholy essence from his body.
Mr. Luthor, I promise you, I'm not trying to hate you, Mr. Luthor.
Feebly, as he pushes his head down.
It doesn't best not to hurt him.
You watch as
God.
Luther is all the blood is sucked from Luther's body and he collapses like a Coke can. He crumbles on himself. That would be fantastic. One way to go.
Oh my God. Exsanguinated by an ogre.
But Nog puts his lips, with that great roleplay, Nog, because you're a team player, I'll say that we'll give him that extra success level. We'll get those poison conditions gone. So no more poison.
Speak of it again, Mr. Luthor.
Nog, you take it in. Nog, I will
Just a
say,
fever dream.
as you taste Luther's blood, It is
Oh no! I'm
good.
frozen for no.
It
Does
is
it taste good because he's corrupted?
delicious. Yes, exactly. You taste like this. It's almost like
A little intoxicating.
intoxicating indeed. Some of the best.
Oh, no.
Like you got a little jolt there for a moment.
Oh,
Your lips
oh.
began to salivate as you sit up and hold your urges back for now, Nog. We'll see how well you do.
All right, Mr. Luthor, I hope you're going to be just fine.
He looks right as rain, sir. You sucked all the poison out, you did, sir.
Yeah. Delicious, Rory.
That sounds about right. Perhaps I'll add some to your next meal, sir. As that transpires, you finish patching up Henry, Lucien. Let's see how this next roll goes, Lucien. Because we need to remove the poison conditions from your friend. So I need a heal test. He has 2 poison conditions.
For Henry?
Yeah, for Henry. I will say you will get Johanna and Nog aiding you, so that's a plus 20 to your roll.
Okay. That's gonna be 5 levels of success.
5 levels of success. Didn't need their help. Had it all on your own. With the aid of both Johanna and Nog, Johanna suggests a good bleeding, but you quickly kind of brush that aside, saying, "Oh no, yeah, you have something better in mind." Crushing up some medicinal kind of like stones that you collected from Lashik. You pack it into the wound, and it appears that the black substance is kind of like drawn towards it as you see it recede back to the stones. And then as you pull them out, you drop the corrupted material on the ground and then just proceed to rebandage his wound. And as the crew recovers, you look around, glance around. The assassin is gone. But you hear the calls and cries of large abominations and countless warriors heading in your direction. A decision will need to be made. Do you head back, or do you press forward?
Wow. What would Henry do?
Henry is unconscious.
Unfortunately, I think we are too injured to press forward. We must retreat, so I will say, get us out of here!
Someone's going to need to carry Luther. He is...
Carry me!
Got 2 fatigue
I'll
conditions.
carry him.
Because
I'll go carry him.
once the poison conditions are gone, you get an extra fatigue condition. FYI.
I'm gonna say, Nog, my pouch! There's Bugman's in there!
You bastard. You bastard!
Give me a swig!
Out of his pouch.
You swig. He feels rejuvenated with 1 wound now that the poison conditions are gone. Because, yeah, if you can't heal, you're at 0 and you're always prone. All right.
Risk, baby.
He's up. So,
God,
with
that back.
With that in mind, the Mongols says, "We gotta hurry, quick!" And we are running back. We are entering into a skill challenge of retreat out of the tunnel system here. Sorry, Wolfram.
Is Henry being carried?
Henry has to be carried. He's unconscious. So Nog's going to have to carry him. Nog has both Rory and the unconscious Knight Henry.
That's right.
You got Henry under one arm, Nog as you're running. your large cleaver-like blade. The mongrel is leading as best he can. He appears to have recovered from the poison, slightly fatigued. But we're entering into our first skill challenge of this night. Let's start in order of our recent combat. So let's go with Nog. You're first up.
Great.
Skill challenge
Skill
time.
challenge?
We'll see how we get out of the tunnel system here.
Well, I figure my first
You guys-
skill challenge.
Yeah, you guys need a cumulative 12 levels of success.
So I'm gonna
And you
go with
have-
an endurance to start.
You guys have 2 rounds to make it in.
Okay, all right. No worries.
No pressure. No pressure, Nog.
So I'm gonna do an endurance check since I'm
All right.
carrying 2.
Give me your endurance check, Nog.
Let's go. Let's
See how he's
go.
doing.
That's terrible. That's fucking awful.
Is it?
Yeah,
see it.
it's a 98.
98.
So
believe you.
yeah. So what
not
about a resolve or the
Didn't you use it already?
Use my fortune already. Use my fortune.
Yeah, that's the only one that lets you re-roll those.
Okay, all right. So I guess that I failed.
That's gonna be fail. It's gonna be failures, Nog.
I'm
You're
glad
starting.
that the levels of failure do not count. Like
Yeah,
negative
not
levels.
for this. Not for this test. They
That
won't
would be
count.
bad.
You
that would be
guys
bad.
just need successes. So Nog,
All right. Well, I'm sorry, team.
you're trying to
Close.
come behind as best you can, but
Henry's knight.
you're wounded.
Accoutrement is heavy.
I mean, it's
like
it's
I'm
not,
carrying a limp child.
it's nothing for you, Nog. He does feel more girthy than he has in the past. He's put on a lot of muscle recently.
What, isn't he like 425 now? He's like 6'2", 425 pounds of muscle or something like that.
I guess if you want to say that. But as you're carrying him, you feel a little winded. Perhaps it's the numerous battles you've been in recently. You're just not quite feeling yourself, Nog. But as you continue to move down, that will lead us into Luther. How we doing, Luther?
We're running down a tunnel, you said?
We are running down the tunnel.
If possible,
Can't wait to get rid of that bug in his ale. Get rid of all of it.
my
Hate it.
it's going down. It's slowly
so much.
dwindling. Can I use my can I cast a spell, perhaps?
Sure, why not? Why would you be able to cast a spell?
Maybe just try to obfuscate, blow up some tunnel, maybe.
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a go.
Let's see what you got. Little spellcaster, you.
I never fail when the moment's on. So that's a critical
success!
Critical success, and that's about
How many degrees would it normally be?
with my staff and such.
Oh
It would
god,
be,
here comes the staff and my robes, and
yeah,
I get an extra success level for this talent I
It'd
took.
be about eight levels of success.
That's 8 levels of success.
Yeah.
Well, Luther,
You did it.
we double the
Can
crits.
we say we turn the corner?
Easy,
on the
bro.
Y?
Sure,
Easy, bro.
That's true. I don't want to be too greedy.
you do
Maybe
do
we see
whatever
that-
you tell me how you do this, because you instantly passed the skill challenge by yourself.
Maybe we see that generator, off in the
Oh,
distance,
Jesus, okay.
and I just say, Kobe, and I just throw a blast. It careens down. I mean, I could, with the critical success, magic gets a little tricky, but I could cast, the flames of Uzul, the great flames of Uzul.
Okay, yes. Okay, you're getting a little greedy now, but
Okay.
you throw a blast down the tunnel.
Just a blast. Just a blast. I don't want to be too greedy. Just a blast.
Put a curve on it. Flies
Yeah.
down the tunnel. I mean, you didn't know there was a power plant back there, but sure, why not?
But I didn't know if it was visible. If
Yeah.
I can't see it, then you just
You never saw it, but you knew where it was.
Heard a creepy thrumming.
Yeah.
You toss the fire blast behind you. You hear a conflagration of cries and squeaks, and then a detonation that shakes and rattles the entire tunnel system. There is a ball of fire coming up behind all of you as you move as quick as possible, diving into the tunnel that the mongrel had marked, because he's smart like that, for you to flee. As you dive into it and begin to scamper away, the flames licking at your feet, you burst out. Of course, smiling. Luther is smiling the entire time. He enjoys every second of it. Everyone else looks terrified. Nog probably doesn't care. Nog's like, whoa, this is strange. As all of you burst out into the sunlight of the sands of the Great Desert. And that is where we're going to take our first break.
I hope Wolfer doesn't catch on fire.
Hope he does.